Good afternoon, everyone. I like to welcome all people who are joining us here today on Zoom, on here live on Zoom, as well as those who are joining us on Facebook Live for our today's webinar on TechEdge sales and service upscaling. Uh, we will start with land acknowledgement. In the spirit of reconciliation, I take this opportunity to acknowledge that we live, work, and play on the traditional territories of the Blackfoot and the people of the Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta, which includes the Siksika, the Piikani, the Kainai, the Tsuut'ina, and the Stoney Nakoda First Nation, including Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nation. The city of Calgary is also home to the people of Métis Nation of Alberta Region 3. Now, I like to thank our program funder, Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada, IRCC. Without their help and support, we won't be able to bring this informative webinar to all of you. So thank you, IRCC, for your continuous support. Now, few house rules. Please keep your microphone muted all the time so it won't disturb our presenter during the presentation. Please keep your camera turned off as well. We are going live on Facebook, so please turn off your camera all the time. No abusive language will be tolerated, obviously. Please keep your camera off all the time. Okay, thank you. Now, please do not post any personal information in the chat box. Please save any question for the end of the workshop, and in the end of the workshop, you can type your question in the chat box and I will read it for you. Or you can always raise your hand, and on your turn, you can always ask directly to the presenter. After the presentation, an evaluation link will be sent out to everyone, and we appreciate your feedback. And this evaluation form will hardly take a minute or two. So we really appreciate if you can fill that form for us. Your feedback is really important to us. Also, I will request again that please use the same name here on Zoom which you have used at the time of registration, because after the webinar, we are going to send you the evaluation form and sometimes some other material as well. We won't be able to find you in our registration list if you have not the right name here, what you have used at the time of registration. So please use the same name. Now, I would like to introduce to you to our today's presenter, Sean. Sean is a team lead and job developer at TechEdge. Thanks a lot, Sean, for joining us here today. I know you're really busy. Your schedule is really busy. We all really appreciate that you take out your time and came here to share valuable information from us. So once again, thanks a lot, Sean, and over to you.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Nabil, for having me today. Really excited to talk about our fairly new training program called TechEdge. So I'm just going to set up my slideshow here. Is that visible, Nabil?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Well, again, thanks for having me today. Just a little bit about myself. So my name is Sean van Humbeck, and I have been with WCG Services now for over 5 years, mostly as a job developer, but also as a career coach, and most recently as the team lead and job developer for our newest program. So throughout my journey with WCG, I've supported over 300 clients find full-time employment in a wide range of backgrounds and job types. But for the past year, I've been focusing mostly just on tech and specifically sales and customer focused positions. I'm also an advisor with Career in Technology and Innovation, which is a community startup that focuses on job seekers that are looking to transition into tech. So there I just kind of help and add advice to people that are looking to transition, specifically kind of in the sales and customer service areas. And then I'm also a member of the YYC Tech Education Coalition, which is a group of tech-focused training programs and upskilling programs here in Calgary. And so I'm a part of that group, and we really kind of talk about the industry, what's missing in the labor market, how we can support job seekers in transitioning into the tech sector that's growing fairly rapidly here in Calgary. So WCG, not a lot of people know who we are. So specifically what WCG does is we focus on employment services and training programs all across Canada. We're very large in both BC and Ontario, but we do have a presence here in Alberta as well. And specifically, most of our programming is either funded by provincial or federal government contracts, and specifically TechEdge program is funded by Alberta. So what is TechEdge? So TechEdge is a customer service and sales upskilling program that supports Albertans who are looking to transition into frontline, either customer service or sales roles within Alberta's emerging tech sector. So what we did is we had an idea that the Alberta government was going to be looking for a new program, and we kind of had some inclinations that it was going to be focusing on the tech sector. And so what we did was we did a lot of market research with employers here, specifically in Calgary, to understand what was missing in the labor market. And so with the partnership of 8 different tech employers, we really then customized a program that graduates would gain skills that are in demand by employers, and basically we took the feedback directly from them and developed a curriculum based off of the things that they were seeing and the things that they felt were missing in the labor market. So tech employers, they had a wide range of backgrounds, everything from telecommunications to app development to fintech to SaaS. So we tried to do our best in engaging what was missing. And so obviously the biggest need we heard was software development, but there's a lot of great programs out there right now. And so we really wanted to find a niche that was missing in the marketplace and develop a program that could help people get into the tech sector. And so outside of software development, the things that we commonly heard from employers was that strong customer service and sales professionals was kind of missing. And so we took the insight from what specific skill sets do they need and what was missing, and then we basically re-engineered a program from their feedback. So what does TechEdge provide? So TechEdge provides skill development and micro-credentialing in 4 key areas. So the first one would be within customer service specifically and sales, as well as general soft skills development, business acumen, and then we also focus on pre-employment skills. Every single client gets individualized support and coaching. And so we're not a cohort-based program. And so basically what that means is we're able to customize each person's service plan and course outline directly to the skills that they already have and what skills they might need to make them a stronger profile. Every client also gets one-on-one job search support from our team here, which includes job placement support. So my role as a job developer with TechEdge is to partner with the different tech companies here in Calgary as a way to help try to open a few more doors in our jobs or in our clients' job search. And then I'm also able to provide some insights in terms of, where their skill set or previous experience might be relatable within the tech sector. And we'll go into kind of in depth on these 3 things. So in terms of the customer service and sales skills development, we actually partnered with a company called Retrain Canada, which is a nationwide training provider. And through them, we've partnered to develop 5 certificate courses that our clients can take. So first course is digital upskilling. So something that we commonly heard from employers was that just basic digital skills were missing from a lot of candidates. And so what this course focuses on is helping our clients better understand the tools that are used by tech companies on a day-to-day basis. So we focus on understanding things like how to properly use Zoom, Microsoft Teams, how to use your Outlook efficiently, just ways and tools that you would use to connect directly to customers or your clients. Next course that we have offered through Retrain is software development processes and terminology. So this helps our clients get a better understanding of what a software development company actually looks like, what are their processes, the different types of processes they might follow, such as agile, hybrid, waterfall, and understand where their role in either sales or customer service also falls in that process. So they can kind of understand the whole scope of what a software company looks like, and where they might have that impact with the company. This also gives them kind of a foundation of knowledge so that it can have high-level conversations with technical people and not have things kind of go over the head. They can understand, what's taking place and certain keywords and terminologies that are used in the industry. The next course that we offer, and something that employers really emphasized was missing, was just an understanding of CRMs or customer management software. And so within this course, we teach users how to use both HubSpot and Salesforce. What are some tips and tricks that they can use to efficiently connect with customers, track progress, keep notes up to date, all that sort of stuff. And then the last two are what we call flagship courses. And so these are our longest and most in-depth courses. And the first one here is customer service multi-channel support. So within this course, our learners get to basically learn how to interact to customer service situations, how to use a variety of different mediums to connect with customers. So everything from phone to video chat to chat boxes, all the different ways that employers are now connecting directly to their customers. They're kind of teaching the processes and best methodologies to quickly help understand the customer, what are their issues, and how do you come to a resolution. And lastly, the last course we have here is called Enterprise Sales Professional. And that really helps our graduates understand the entirety of a sales cycle, how to properly pipeline new customers, how to outreach, how to handle objections, how to close deals, how to properly research your clients, the entirety of that important sales cycle that employers are looking for. So that's all done through retrain. And after clients complete that, they also are provided with a certification in those particular courses. Then internally, we also have our own facilitator here at TechEdge, and she has been a facilitator for 20 years, and she's done a lot of customer service, soft skills training in her career. And so we internally here at TechEdge help our clients improve and sharpen their soft skills. So some of the courses that we offer, or workshops that we call them, is growing your emotional intelligence. So really helping you better understand your customer, be a more empathetic listener, and really understanding how you can create meaningful connections and with your customers or clients. Next course workshop that we offer is Art of Active Listening. So again, how to ask the right types of questions, what to listen for, how to probe on those keywords that you find to, again, better understand what the issues are and better connect with your customer. The next course is Change Management. So, how can we better be more adaptable, be better at adapting to certain situations? How can we be more comfortable with change? These are all things that, really are important in especially tech startups, as a lot of things can change very quickly. And so being able to go with the flow or change things very quickly is really important. Next workshop, we have time management and managing pressure. So again, just giving tools and best strategies of how to properly allocate your time, how to handle stressful situations, how to keep people apprised of what's going on. And then we have public speaking. This isn't so much as like speaking to a large audience or a huge group of people, but more so being able to articulate clearly your ideas or thoughts to important stakeholders, whether it's in a Zoom or a small meeting, just things that were generally lacking from employers' perspective. And then the last we have is conflict management, which I think is pretty self-explanatory, and then maintaining a growth mindset. So maintaining a growth mindset kind of goes back to that change management, and that's something that's very important to employers. And again, it goes back to things change very quickly, especially in tech, and they really need people that are willing to continue to learn, do additional tasks, be flexible within what their role is, because things change so quickly. Another thing that was commonly identified by employers was just basic business acumen was lacking across the board, from everything from CEO down. There could be a lot of improvement. So one of the things that was identified was just simple email etiquette. So we have courses that teach you how to write proper email, how to address it properly, all the important things. Other things that we focus on are business writing, how to properly document both interactions as well as just paperwork, and then just understanding the basic kind of chain of command was something else that tech industry in general thought was missing. Then lastly, all of our clients get support on their pre-employment skills. So after completing the courses, we really want to make sure that our clients are best prepared to present themselves to employer. And so we have a lot of workshops and, like I mentioned, one-on-one coaching to help people strengthen their pre-employment skills. So we focus on, how to write a proper cover letter, how to make sure your resume is going to stand out amongst your competitors, how to interview properly, how to network and create informational interviews, how to have a LinkedIn profile that's really going to resonate with recruiters, and how to generally just market yourself and your skill set and understand how to properly craft your story. So the course details. So we are completely 100% remote. And so all of our courses and workshops are delivered virtually with live facilitation, and we use Microsoft Teams. The nice thing is that with our courses, we don't do a cohort. So we basically, when you want to start, we can kind of start you, and we're able to adjust the speed of the coursework to how you like to learn. So we've seen clients complete things in as quick as 6 weeks. In fact, other clients take a little bit longer, but we're able to adjust that to meet your needs. So within the retrain, so they take 3 weeks total to complete. They're Monday to Friday, and they roughly go from about 9 to 3:30 every day. Once you complete, like I mentioned previously, you do receive a certification. And then for the TechEdge soft skills and job search workshops, those again are Monday to Friday. Our morning workshops are 10 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. or sorry, a.m. and our afternoon sessions are 1:30 to 3 p.m. So yeah, that's kind of the details. And like I mentioned before, there's some flexibility in when you can take those. And since the courses don't really build off of each other, there's only a couple that you need to kind of take the prerequisite. The nice part is that we don't have to do the cohort base. So you don't have to wait around for one of our cohorts to start. You can basically start when you're ready and all the paperwork is signed. So in terms of career opportunities, we've seen a very broad spectrum in terms of what our clients have been hired, what kind of roles our clients have been hired into. This is just a quick snapshot of some of the positions some of our graduates have applied to or either been hired in. So that includes technical support, customer service representative, we've had a service desk analyst, we've had a user support designer. Yeah, just a very broad industry, and every employer also has their kind of like little unique niche spin on their job titles. But essentially, the roles that our graduates are applying for are directly interacting with either internal customers or external customers in some capacity. So who's eligible to join TechEdge? So they must be a resident of Calgary and area or Edmonton, though there are some flexibility for people that may not reside into those. So it's not a total deal breaker. It's just that's kind of the most ideal situation. You've had to have been out of high school for at least a year. You're committed to finding a full-time customer-based or sales role. So like if you're not interested in sales, that's fine. But if you're wanting to work with customers, that's awesome. You're going to be working collaboratively with the staff at TechEdge. So taking our feedback and really being open to learning and making changes. So since we are completely virtual, one of the requirements is that you would need to have a computer with internet access, and because everything's done through Teams, you would need to have a webcam as well. So if you are interested, what would be the next steps in the process? So I'll put a link in later, but you can visit our website, and there's a small eligibility form that we just need you to fill out. I think it's 5 or 6 questions. Once you fill that out, it goes directly to our career advisor, and she'll let you know whether you meet the eligibility or not. It's all the stuff we just went over. But if you are eligible, then what she'll do, her name is Jada, is she'll reach out to you directly and send you a copy of our full application, which you can fill out. And once that's completed and you send a copy of your resume back, then what she can do is set an intake appointment with you to really understand, who you are, what you've done, and what you need TechEdge to help you with. So like I mentioned before, every service plan is customized to each individual person. So the nice part is that you get a tailored experience that fits your particular situation. So to give you an example, we recently had a TechEdge graduate. He did have some experience in tech, but he was struggling to find his next role after being laid off. And his big emphasis was that he felt like he was just struggling in interviews. He was getting a lot of interviews, he just was not getting job offers. And so what we did was we put an urgency and quickly got him into some interview prep, the interview workshop, and some one-on-one interview prep sessions. And within, I think, 4 weeks, he was fully employed. So it doesn't have to be every single thing in the process, but most clients that are coming with no experience are taking a majority of the courses. And then once you've completed that intake, then a tailored service plan and course outline will be provided to you. So just some of the frequently asked questions that we get. So again, how long does our upskilling program take to complete? So we can adjust that to your pace. Ideally, our goal is to have you job ready within 6 to 7 weeks, and then we can utilize the rest of the time just to really focus on your job search. So how many employer relationships do you have? So WCG itself, we have over 200 employer partnerships, and I would say about 30 of these are within the tech industry here in Calgary, and it's always growing. And can we guarantee a job? Obviously we'd love to have that guarantee. Our goal is to set you up for the best success. To be transparent right now, so we're about 8 months into the start of our program, and as of right now, every single client that has completed all of their workshops has found employment within the period of time that they're in service. So right now we do have a great success, but we know that will change a little bit as we go on. But we have been seeing a lot of great things so far. And so how much does our services cost? Because we are funded by the Alberta government, that means there's absolutely no cost to any of our clients, which is really nice. So I have a couple other things I'll show maybe after we can take some questions here about the program, but I'll also show you a couple other resources that WCG offers that you might be able to utilize in your job search.
Thanks a lot, Sean. Before we go for question, I just want to say it's a very thorough program. I didn't have an idea about that. You guys covered so much, from email etiquette to LinkedIn to so many things. So I think it's a very comprehensive program. And before we go to question and answer session, we have to say, our Facebook Live, we have to say thank you and take a bye from our Facebook Live audience, and then we will just take the question from.
Sure. Did you want me to maybe then just show the kind of resources?
Yes, please, because we have to stop Facebook Live while at question and answer sessions.
Absolutely. I'll just give me a sec here. Okay. So yeah, like I mentioned, like TechEdge is part of a bigger brand at WCG, and WCG has some, I think, great resources that can help job seekers, whether they're interested in tech or not. So is a website showing right now, Nabil? Just want to double check. Virtual resource room, is that what you see? Awesome. So One of our kind of partnering programs here in Calgary called Calgary Career Hub has a really unique virtual resource room, which has a ton of different career planning and job search tools that are completely free to anyone. And so, yeah, if you come to this this website here, Calgary Career Hub, and you click on the resource tab, and I'll put a link as well in the chat here in a minute. But basically, all you need to do is get your password. So you'll just simply put in your email address, and a password will be sent to you. And then you'll just join the resource room. So if you scroll down here in the resource room, you have a ton of different tools and references and links that can help you with a variety of different employment skills. So if you are needing some insight into, say, how to write a proper resume, or maybe you have a resume and it's just not working for you, so you're looking at doing some revamps, well, you can come down to our resume section here, and they'll give you a variety of different tools that you might be able to use. So we have things like examples. You can kind of get a feel for different strategies with your resume. So, combination style or chronological. And it'll also kind of show you how to properly, fit your resume to that. Also kind of gives you help on specific things within your resume. So like if you're looking to how to properly write accomplished statements, there's resources and tips to that. There's also some other things that you can look at that might help you on your way. So yeah, we have a variety of different topics and tools, which can be really helpful. And the other really unique thing about our resource room is that we actually have somebody on staff that's available to support virtual resource room clients. And the nice thing is this is open to anyone. Even if you're enrolled in another program, you can still access all of these services completely free. And so we have I think her official title is Information Services Coordinator. And she's available to provide one-on-one support. So let's say you have an interview coming up and you'd like to do some interview prep, well, you can actually schedule an appointment with her directly, provide her some information about, the type of job you're applying for. And what she can do is really help you prepare for that. Same thing with a resume. You've spent a lot of time on it. You still feel like it's not where you want it to be. Again, you can set an appointment with her directly and she can kind of give you help. So any kind of the things that you're focusing on here, you can get that support from one of our staff members as well. And so all you have to do is either email her directly, or you can just click this link and reach out to her to book an appointment. So that was the resources I just wanted to show there, Nabil. And then here's just our website at TechEdge. So if you are interested, again, just come to the apply button. You'll come to this section here. And then you just simply have to fill out this very short eligibility form. And then once that, it'll go directly to our team member, and she will just double check that you're eligible. And if you are, she will reach out to you directly with an application, and then kind of start the process there.
Thanks a lot, Sean. I mean, again, it was really comprehensive, and this resource hub is really a great tool. I mean, we have lots of new immigrants coming in, and I'm sure it will be helpful for many people. But again, at this point of time, we will say thank you to our live Facebook audience for joining us today. And now after